Good day to you all. We are back with daily devotion, and for today, day of Tuesday, we are still reading 365 daily devotion Bible character edition. And first day, the character we're going to talk about would be Ahaziah. So King Ahaziah is the successor of King Jehoshaphat, and he reigned in Israel for only a year. So let's uh, read his account in the Bible. It came from the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 22 verses 1 to 3. And the inhabitants of Jerusalem made Ahaziah, his youngest son, king in his place, for the band of men that came with Arabians that Camp had killed all the older sons. So Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah. So rather, I have said the wrong king. Excuse me. I said King Jehoshaphat as his father, but it is King Jehoram. King Jehoshaphat is his grandfather, and King Jehoram is his father. So let's continue reading. Ahaziah was 22 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Athaliah, the granddaughter of Omri, and he also walked in the ways of Ahab, for his mother was his counselor, doing wickedly. So the outcome of the kingship of King Ahaziah is expected. It was expected because his father Jehoram was a sinful king. He also did what is sinful in the eyes of the Lord, and also his mother is Athaliah, and that is the granddaughter of Omri, and her father was Ahab. Ahab was the worst king of Israel. And imagine that if your mother is the daughter of the worst king and you made her your counselor, you're not going to do great things. You're going to do things that will not be pleasing to God. So that's what happened to King Ahaziah, and he only reigned for 1 year. And this is the aftermath of what his grandfathers and fathers did. This is not only the effect of his deeds, of his decision, but the aftermath of the previous generations. So, as we all remember, King Jehoshaphat made an alliance to King Ahab, and also his father King Jehoram killed all his brothers, and he did what is not pleasing to the eyes of the Lord. So all of the decisions, all of the principles, all of the learnings that they will be passed on to their descendants will also be bad, because they did bad and they did not repent for it. They did not learn from it, and they have made a relationship not with God but to the kingdom that is far worse from them. So they will commit a lot of sins. So that is the generational problem that King Ahaziah had. It is also success because he is a king, but it is also a problem because he is a king without a principle. He is a king without faith in God. So what's our first teaching? A grandfather's decision can become the grandsons tadpole. So it can affect. So if you think that all of your actions is just for yourself, you are wrong. You are beyond wrong. Because your decisions can affect your family, your first family, your father and mother, your siblings, and of course, when you had a grandchild, it can affect their lives too. Because you are not just alone, your wrongdoings or all of your decisions can have a lasting effect, and don't let your child also be affected by it. Second, a decision can cause generational success or a problem. So, if you want to have an aftermath, an effect to their lives, let it be a generational success and not a problem. Because they will enjoy their life and not uh, suffer from the wrong decisions that you have made. Lastly, a covenantal relationship requires covenantal faithfulness. So if you want to have a covenantal relationship with God, you need to pass on your faith. You need to teach your younger generations a faith. You need to do what is pleasing to God. You need to disciple and execute His plan onto your family. Disciple them and make them a believer of God. So how can we apply this in our lives? Consider the relational effects of your decisions. Second, remember that we tolerate today can become the tomorrow's norm. And lastly, build a strong family foundation by being faithful to God. So that will be for daily devotion and a Steve like Christ.